Heather will know what this is. Because it's her medication alarm. Like, it's time to take your pain meds. Sorry about that.
Pretty ending tonight.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo.
Welcome.
Good morning. Yes, good morning. I didn't give you a chance to tell me good morning. I'm so rude. My name is Reverend David Clark, and I'm the senior minister here, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all here today to enjoy what we call the best service ever. And we know that we are in the very present moment, which is where our blessings reside right now. Not in the past, not in the future, but right now. And if you could, please give a good morning and welcome to our music director, Billy Larkin. How you doing, Billy?
Thank you. How you doing, David?
I'm good.
Are you getting ready for Christmas?
I am. I'm getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, I'm almost done too. I think there's one person on my list. But anyway, we've got. I thought this Christmas coming this week, between this service and next service, we've got a couple of songs of mine that I'm going to share. One is for to celebrate Hanukkah, because my three lovely children have to be Jewish, and then one Christmas song that I wrote, all of them about light, and I think that's what we're kind of aiming for. Solstice was yesterday, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So now we get more light.
The longest night is behind us now. Yes. Bring on the light. That's what we're going to talk about today, is bringing on the light. But first, I want to give you a little housekeeping. If you're new here, welcome. If you're new, you might want to know where the bathrooms are. That's important. There's a bathroom right through this little hallway here on your right-hand side, but don't use that one during service because the toilet is loud. And you don't want to become part of the service, probably. We have more bathrooms downstairs that are in the fellowship hall. Just go down these stairs or down those stairs, and the location will be apparent. So I think that's all you need to know. Another thing you might want to know is, what is this? What is this church, and what is this that I've gotten into? This is a place where we study the science of mind. And the science of mind teaches spiritual principles and how to bring about our good through thought, belief, and the interconnectedness of all life. It is the realization that God is not out there somewhere, but within, residing within us at all times. And it's the realization that there is a power for good in the universe, greater than we are, and we can use it. And so that's what we study here. And one of the ways that we use this great power is through our beliefs. And we have 4 core beliefs here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo, and I want to share those with you now. Number 1, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is a call for love, a result of love, a reflection of love. You can't make a move in your life without thinking of someone or something that you love and being motivated by that. So we pay a lot of attention to what we love and how we love in this philosophy. Number 2, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. Thoughts are things. And as evidence, you can just look around you and know that everything that you see around you, including your wonderful, beautiful selves, have been preceded by thought. There was a thought before you arrived here. And so we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy. Number 3, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete, exactly as you are right now. The you that is you, the you that is you beyond all condition, is whole, perfect, and complete. And we know this about ourselves because we come from a whole, perfect, and complete source that only makes whole, perfect, and complete things. So we believe this about ourselves, and we believe this about each other. Number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone. And this is a world that we're not trying to make work for everyone. It's a world that operates the same way it has since the beginning of time, on cause and effect, on love and law. And we're just learning these rules and learning how to make a world that looks like it works for everyone, to make a world that operates for everyone's best interest. So now that we know that, let's head on to my favorite time of the day. This is our Namaste time, when we get a chance to greet each other, to look each other in the eye and see that reflection of divinity that is within us at all times. And we do that just by saying namaste. So let's have our namaste time. Oh, that is so fun. Just looking at someone else and just knowing first and foremost that you're connected. That the light that shines in you is the exact same as the light that shines in someone else. And it's so great to acknowledge that. So now, I'd like to welcome our practitioner of the day, Deborah Taylor. She's going to come up and share with us our mission and vision and today's affirmation. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning. Good morning, CSL. Why?
Good morning.
Because we love you. Hey, I guess I'm showing my age, huh? Okay, exactly.
No
No Mouseketeers here. Anyway, good morning. So good to be here. See all you guys' lovely shining faces, and I know you're so used to seeing t-shirts and so I thought, it's the last, is this the last Sunday?
No.
One more, okay.
Last Sunday before Christmas.
Next to the last Sunday, the Me Baby Sunday, I decided to dress up for a change. Anyway, so let's just take a breath together, as it is my pleasure to share our vision statement and our mission statement and the affirmation for this week. Something really nice to take home and just be in all week. So here at Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo, which is the Y, we have a very, very powerful vision. This vision comes from Spirit, it comes from the universe, it comes from God. Whatever name you want to call that presence, that love, that power that is everywhere and all-knowing, came through us as a congregation, and this is our guiding light, I guess we could say, vision, our guiding light. And that is our vision here at Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo, is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. So I'm going to invite you to say these words in your own voice with me. So let's say it together. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. We got to experience that a little bit with our Namaste time, huh? Yeah. And in support of this vision, our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. So I always like to do, we got to embody, okay, I'm sorry, but go from the invisible to the visible. And the invisible is the idea, the concept, and the embodiment or the manifestation of that idea is the embodiment as we manifest and we see the things in what we think of as the physical expression. So now I'm going to invite you, and of course you always have choice. You always have choice. But I'm going to invite you to stand if you are inclined. And then we're going to do a little embodiment as we say our mission statement together. Okay? David was a little bit like, oh no, what's going to happen? So let's just take a breath together, because for me the breath is a metaphor for that invisible side of life that, we so trust that invisible stuff called air. Have you ever seen air? Well, I hope not, because it's not good if you can see it. But we don't see it, yet we trust that it's essential for our survival and thrival. So I like to use that as a metaphor for the invisible side of life that we might call God or Spirit or Jehovah or Allah, by whatever name. And so I would just like for you to just take a moment. And as we say these words together, just what does that mean and how would you express that right now in this moment? So let's say it together, and then we're going to assume a posture of whatever that means in this moment. Okay? So, our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Thank you. So it is. So our affirmation, you may be seated. Our affirmation for today, I'm going to invite you again to just enter that inner sacred space as I read the affirmation, and then I'm going to invite you to repeat it in your own voice. And as you repeat it, just allow it to happen right now. I am the light embodied. I radiate. So let's say that together. I am the light embodied. I radiate. Wow. Thank you. So now I'd like to invite Reverend David back to share some announcements with us.
Hello everyone, me again. We have a skeleton crew today, so we're wearing many hats. So I'm just going to give the announcements. And I failed to give an announcement before about our Dare to Care pledge campaign. We are pledging to set up our budget for the next year. And we have 1 week left in our pledge campaign, and our total is still sitting at $40,000. And we're doing great. We need 10,000 more to make our goal. So I just want to let you know about that and let you know that that was going on, because I forgot to mention it earlier in the service. So that's what's going on with the Dare to Care pledge campaign. Now, on with the announcements. We are going to have our community meeting, our annual meeting, on January 29th after the service, downstairs in the fellowship hall. We're going to highlight our accomplishments for 2024. We've had a few. And we're going to have our Treasurer's Year-End Financial Report. We're going to have nominations for our 2024 board. and we're going to have an overview of our ministries, programs, initiatives, and teams. So it's very informative. We have it every year. That's why it's called our annual meeting. It's aptly named. So it's just the business that we do. We have our gratitude group. It's led by June Robinson. It's a wonderful group. Here's the information on it. The next meeting is January 9th, and there's the address, and it's a great place to get together and just talk about your blessings and talk about things to be grateful for and to revel in each other's blessings, which is always wonderful to do. So the next announcement is our Metaphysical Book Club hosted by Dixie, who is sitting over in the corners. She hosts it at her house. They are Fridays at 5 p.m. The address is on the screen, and right now they are working on The Prophet, which is a wonderful book, and I recommend it. Even if you're not in the book club, I recommend reading it. So that's what's going on Fridays. Our sound man, our sound video technician, is also a drummer extraordinaire, and he's got a band. And I just want to let you guys know that they are going to be live at Father Patty's on December 28th or 27th. That's on Friday from 8 to 11. And it's great after Christmas gig if you want to get away and have a pint. You can do it with this band. It's an Irish rock band. They're awesome. So that's what's going on. So now, I think we're done with the announcements, and I leave you in the hands of Billy.
Thank you, David. And as we enter into the more contemplative portion of today's service, please join me in singing Holy, Holy.
Holy, rocket science in mind. If one will have faith in themselves, faith in their fellow people, in the universe, and in God, that faith will light the place in which we find ourselves. And by the light of this faith, we will be able to see all that is good. And the light shed by this faith will light the way for others. And the second one, we become conscious of the darkness only when we are without faith. For faith is ever the light of our day and the light on our way, making that way clearly visible to us, even when to all others it may be beset with obstacles and the ongoing rough. And lastly, we cannot see reality until our eyes are open, until the light of eternal truth has struck deeply into our own souls. Thank you. And welcome back, Dr. Deborah, with the invocation.
Oh, the sweet voice of the babies. Opens within my consciousness the truth that there is only one of us here. And that is that infinite presence of love, the all-knowing that is everywhere present, the light, the life, the love, the power, the beauty, the joy, the peace. And as I know that I am a divine emanation and expression of that presence, I know that this is the truth of each one here. Indeed, it is the truth of all creation. Right where we are, God is in its perfect expression. And that perfect expression is the expression of this service. It is blessed. It is blessed. It is a blessing to all who come within its sphere of influence. And that sphere is infinite. It is eternal. And so I am simply standing in gratitude for the sacred space, in gratitude for the awareness that every space is sacred. Wherever we stand is sacred ground, where there is nothing outside of God, by whatever name. Spirit, Allah, Shango, Shiva, Jehovah, Yahweh, Wakantanka, Yemaya, Big Mama. And so I simply release my word knowing that all is well. tradition, our hope from our Native American tradition. Amen from our Abrahamic, Judeo-Christian, Islamic tradition. And as we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Denver. As it so happens, this year, Hanukkah starts on Christmas Day. It's kind of a fun thing, a little confluence. It's always shifting, so you never know when it's going to be. Anyway, I wrote a song about the miracle of the lamb, that they only had enough oil for a couple of hours that lasted for 8 days. And this song is called 8 Days.
thank you, Billy. That was beautiful. So here we are in the season of light. You know, December is the darkest month in the northern hemisphere. It is the absolute darkest month, but that is the month that we've chosen to have many, many light festivals and festivals of observance of many of the world's major religions. On December 8th was Bodhi Day, and that was the day that the Buddha obtained his enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, and emphasis on light in enlightenment. There's the Wiccan tradition of Yule, and that was just yesterday with the winter solstice that we celebrated, the darkest day of the year, the longest night, and remembering that the light always returns. And then, of course, we have Christmas, and that celebrates the birth of Jesus, also known as the light of the world in Christian tradition. And December 26th, we've got two. Hanukkah starts, and Kwanzaa also starts on December 26th. And there's also the season of Advent. And all of these ceremonies, all of these celebrations include light. And it's interesting that they all include light on the darkest part of the year. That is not a coincidence. It is at our darkest times that we need to remember the light, is it not? We need to remember the light that is within us. We need to remember the light that's in each other. And that's what these ceremonies ultimately are pointing to. We want to always let our light shine. And speaking of light, my wife Heather, who's not here right now, she's at home recuperating from knee replacement surgery, a successful knee replacement surgery, because you guys were asking, and she's doing great. She's on the mend, and she's getting better every day. And so this is a story about her, and this is a little thing about her, and she probably, if she was sitting there, she would cringe as I'm saying this, but it's all true. I am an introvert, believe it or not. I am an introvert. When I go to parties and gatherings and get-togethers, you'll find me like in the corner talking to one person for 3 hours, rather than making my way around the room. Heather is the exact opposite. She is an extrovert, and so she's talking to everybody about everything. And when we first got married, it irritated me a little bit as an introvert. It's like, why you gotta be talking to everybody? Why you gotta be telling all our business to everyone? Why you gotta be doing this? And I would chastise her and say, come on, Heather, cut that out. And I had a big bone of contention with it, and it would bug me. I mean, this would be at supermarkets. We'd be in a supermarket, in a line in a supermarket. She'd get in a conversation with somebody behind us about some irritable bowel syndrome that I had, or something like that. Something that I don't want to discuss with anybody, but she would be talking about it. So it was a big bone of contention with us. And then I realized that every time she did that, she would reach out and make a connection. There would be somebody there that would be listening to her talking, and they would be conversing. It's a two-way thing. And so she would always develop these connections with all kinds of people. And then I realized after a while that sometimes those connections would result in some information that we needed. Sometimes we'd learn that, oh, wait a minute, this isn't the line you should be in. You should actually be in that line. Or you should go here to get that thing that you needed. Remember that thing that you were talking about that I didn't care whether or not somebody knew. She was talking about it, and she found a connection in order to get it. From talking, from shining her light, from being her authentic self, she was able to make authentic connections with people and then reap authentic benefits. Sometimes we would have information that we would need, that the person that we're talking to found helpful. And so I learned to shut up. I learned not to douse her light. I learned to encourage that. So now whenever we go out someplace and she gets into a long TMI conversation with someone, I just go to my happy place. I happily remind myself as I feel irritation growing in me, I remind myself that she's shining her light. And she's having a light exchange, an energy exchange with someone, and it's beautiful. It's not me. It's not something that I would necessarily do, but there's all kinds of light out there, isn't there? And each and every one of us carries a different kind of light. And we don't want to douse that light from anyone. We want everyone to shine brightly because it stretches out beyond us. And it touches other people, and it uplifts other people. And that's what we want. We want a world where everyone shines their light, when everyone's free to shine their light. So, Heather taught me a valuable lesson, a painful lesson, but, it actually helped me to shine my light. Because she taught me that sometimes it's good to just open up. Sometimes it's good to let people know how you feel and what you're thinking. And I start to incorporate that more into just my everyday being. And my being at work, and my being at play, and my being at just when I'm just walking down the street. I let it uplift me. So, I say all of that to say, our light inside is special, and we never want to douse it. And there are some ways to think of our light. And a great one is we're like plants that store light energy. We have to remember that there is an inexhaustible light within us, always, regardless of situation, regardless of circumstance. That there is a light within us, and this light will guide us through even the darkest of our times. If we remember that it's there. We must remember the light that we have within us and how special we are as individuals. I love aha moments. Anybody like aha moments? I love aha moments. Aha moments are so great because it takes us from one frame of thought, from one way of thinking, to another way of thinking. Like instantly, when we say aha, it's like, oh wow, I never thought of that before. I'm going to start thinking this way. I'm going to start doing it this way. And I love aha moments because it's a little bit of enlightenment. And that's what we're all seeking, right? We all want to be enlightened. We all want to know, we all want to know what's going on. We want to know more about our world. We want to know more about each other. We want to know more about our own spirituality and our own connection to spirit and how we can utilize that and how we can use it to bring about our good. So each aha moment is a little bit of enlightenment, a little bit more and a little bit more. And it's a funny thing about enlightenment. Enlightenment, we think of maybe as adding knowledge, but it's not an additive process. Enlightenment is I lost my word. Enlightenment is a subtractive one. As we become enlightened, we let go of barriers to that enlightenment. We let go of barriers and we let the light in. So it's not like, oh, you have to learn this, you have to learn that. No, we have to learn that we need to let things go. And a barrier to our enlightenment is this thought that we are not connected to God. Upon discovering that I was actually connected to God, it changed my way of being. It changed everything about me, and it took some of the pressure off of me. I didn't have to worry about where my good was coming from because I know that God is within me. So I know that I'm a constant generator of good, of my own good. And so I had to put down the burden of having to go out and find and seek my good, knowing that it is always within me. And knowing this about myself, I also know this about each and every person that I meet, that the goodness is within them, that God is alive within them. And it changed and transformed how I think about the world and how I relate to everyone. I know that the abundance of God's goodness is within each and every one of us. There is no more light to be had. There is no more light that needs to be created. There's only light that we need to allow to shine from us. And I wanted to talk about 3 points and kind of get into how we can practice seeing this light, how we can practice being this light. And this season of light is the perfect time to do that. And that comes in the form of our home play. I'm getting to it a little bit early this time, but we're going to dig into it a little deeply. The first part of our home play is your homework. That's what I want you to take home and attempt to incorporate into your lives. The first part of that is to recognize your own personal path of enlightenment. Realize where you came from and where you are today and how you got there and what you learned and lessons that you learned and the aha moments that you've had. And know that they're not in the past. Your biggest aha moments are sitting right in front of you. They are in your future. As I look back at my own life and my own little problems and foibles that I've had and my own personal growth, I'm filled with a sense of gratitude when I do that because I was ignorant. I've done a lot of dumb things in my life that I had to learn were not the right things to do. And so it fills me with a sense of gratitude. Be grateful for your lessons. Be grateful for your growth. Be grateful for your path. Number 2, recognize and know the impact and power of your light. Know who you are in every situation. Go into every situation being your full self. Giving your full self. Giving your full attention. Giving your full self. Yeah. For some reason today, it's very difficult for me to put together my words. And as a professional talker, it's very disheartening. But I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to roll with it, and I know that I'm talking to a loving audience, and I really appreciate your patience with me as I have my brain fades. But yes, reflect on when your light has transformed a situation. Just coming in, being that cool head in an argument. Being that person that, they know what to do, and being the person that knows what to do. Being the person that comes in with that different energy. Have you ever done that before? There's an argument, there's some sort of conflict, there's something going on, you're just coming onto the scene. Be that person that lets their light shine, and let that light just affect everyone else. And I know that you know people in your life like that come in and light up a room, that come in and immediately change things. That's just because of the light that they have within, and they're letting that light shine through. Number 3, and this is very important. Don't turn off your light. Ever. Ever. The world needs your light. The world needs your wisdom, your love, your joy, your beauty. The world needs it. And if you think to yourself, I'm not beautiful, I'm here to tell you that you are. You are beautiful. Each and every one of you. You are a beautiful creation of God. Beautiful, vital, important, and needed in this world. There isn't any reason for any of us to go in and to cover our light. Even when we're dealing with people we don't like. Because that's a temptation. I've dealt with people that I haven't liked before in the past, and I thought, you're not getting my light. I'm not going to smile at you. I'm not going to share my niceness with you. But that's exactly the time that we need to do it. That's exactly the time that we need to let our inner light shine, especially when we are feeling the urge to douse it for some reason. Let it live. And so, in this season of light, there's another excellent quote that I wanted to share with you. We celebrate the external light, whether solstice or the birth of Jesus or Hanukkah lights or any external lights. We are celebrating the light that is already within us. And it's great to have external reminders, but we must not, as Zen reminds us, mistake the finger pointing at the moon for the moon. So all of these lights are wonderful, all of the candles, all of the lit up trees that we have around us, all of those lights are great, but please know that all those lights represent the light that is within you. At all times, the light of your love, the light of your faith, the light of your joy. These are just representatives of that light. And if all of those lights were doused and we're in the middle of our darkest time, we still have that bright light shining within us. Always. So are we ready to take on this home play? Are you guys ready to try to do this?
Yes.
To let your inner light shine, to recognize your personal path of enlightenment, to know your power, the power of your light, the power of who you are, the strength of who you are, and let that be known to the world. And then the toughest one, to never douse our own light. Y'all ready to do that?
Yes.
All right. I'm ready too. I'm going to do it too. I'm excited. Because sometimes I get that urge to just go inside and just to cover it up and just no. The world is to be lived. The world is to be shared. And the world is full of love. And if we do open our hearts and we show our light to everyone, we're bringing more love into the world. We're allowing more love into the world. So let us take that into prayer. And as as we go inside ourselves for a moment, to commune with Spirit, to speak to that deepest part of ourselves, where God resides, where love resides, where peace resides. It is from this place that we declare that there is one Spirit, one guide, one divine, all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful creator of all things. And as there is just this one, we know that we are part of the one. We are made of the one. We are embraced, uplifted by the one. We are one, all of us. And through this oneness, we know that as God is all love and all power and all light, that we too have the source of all love and power and light within us, that we can call forth at any moment, any time we need. We have access to the source of all, because we are one with it. And so I know what we set out to do, the peace that we seek, we already have within us. I know that the love we seek, we already have within us. I know that our joy is within us. I know that our light is already within us because it is our birthright. And we don't have to do anything to earn what we have been born and created with. And what we can use to bring about our good in our lives. I am joyful to know this. I am so happy to know this. To know that I'm connected to Spirit directly and connected to everyone here. And to know this truth for myself and to know this truth for each and every person here that can hear my voice. I know this truth is true for everyone. Everyone on the planet. We are all one, united, bound together in love. So as I know this, I embody this. I embrace this truth. Gratefully, happily. And I release these words, knowing that as I do, each word I speak, each belief that I have is manifested by a loving God. And immediately made visible in front of my eyes. So I will see our connection. I will see more joy in the world. I will see more peace. I will experience the love that I know is there in the world. And so it is with a joyous heart that I release these words, knowing that they're true, knowing that they're done, with the words, and so it is.
And so it is. in a sweet and simple way. Giving love is always where it starts. When we put Christmas in our hearts. We keep Christmas in our hearts. You can see the light that's glowing. We keep Christmas in our hearts. You can feel the love that's growing. We make Christmas everything we want, and then we share it every day, in a sweet and humble way. Feeling peace is one of the best parts of Christmas, when we put Christmas in our hearts. We take Christmas everywhere we go, and then we share it every day, in a sweet and simple way. Giving love is always where it starts. When we put Christmas in our hearts. When we put Christmas in our hearts. When we put Christmas in our hearts. Thank you. I'm with you, David. I missed a couple of chords in there too. So, love surrounds us. You know?
Yeah. It sure does. It sure does. And what a beautiful song. It's original. Yes, awesome. Yeah, and I was sick this week, but that's no excuse. That's no excuse. So we are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing, and we call it conscious, committed, and structured giving. And there are many ways to give and expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering, we give of our talents through participation, and we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and to live their inherent greatness. Our tithing partner this month is the Yolo Food Bank, and we're all familiar with their work. We're all familiar that they are feeding hungry people, and that is an important mission to have. So they align with our values, and so know that part of your tithe is going to go to them for this quarter and help them in their very good work that they do. So there are many ways to give. You can text to give. You can visit our website at cslyolo.org. You can send us a check or money order to the address that's on your screen now, or you can just do it the old-fashioned way and just put money into the plate that's coming around to you right now. So, or coming to you soon. Not right now. So now that we know why we give and how to give, let us enter into that sacred consciousness of divine abundance. And I ask you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that energy of divine circulation. And say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well. waste these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given, according to the law of circulation, it returns to us, full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks, we let it be so, and so it is. And so we have a special message to the children that are amongst us today. Welcome, for one thing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we want to say we love you.
We love you.
We love you.
We're here for you.
We're here for you.
And we're so glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
And we believe in the power of connection at this center. And what does that mean, the power of connection? That means that we are connected to Spirit. And we're also connected to each other. And that connection has power. And we exercise that power through prayer. So if you find yourself in need of prayer today, if you're working on something, if you have something heavy on your heart, if you want to see God working its way through your life with you, side by side, then please come and let us pray for you. You can come to me, and you can also come to Deborah, who's downstairs getting ready for fellowship right now. And we are trained to pray for you. We're trained to see God's goodness shining through everything that you do. So if you need prayer, please let us know. If you're the shy type, you can also leave a prayer request in the prayer box at the welcome table in the back. Or you can visit our website, CSLYolo.org, and go to the practitioners section of that site, and you can leave a prayer request there as well. We will pray on that all week and know the absolute best is unfolding for you in everything that you do. Lastly, our fellowship time. We're going to have fellowship downstairs. We're going to have coffee and tea and some little goodies down there. So please join us after the service for fellowship so that we can all just get together and have a good time and get to know each other. So that all happens downstairs after the closing song and benediction, which we are having now. So we like to get into a big circle here, so let's all circle up. And the words are on the screen there. Sorry. Yes, there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me. Yes, there is peace on earth. That God loves you. And so it is.
So it is.